Brewers and Pirates. They've reached halftime in that basketball game. Oh, thank you for letting me catch my catch my throat there. All right. Peralta against. This is going to be actually. I believe this is an opener for the Pirates here. This is going to be Colin Selby going, but Mitch Keller is expected to be the primary pitcher here in this one. Peralta, $1.85 or so, 8.5 under, -115. Some reported, widely reported steam, I think. Came in on the under already this morning, driving this one down from the over being favored to the under being favored now in this one. Peralta with a 3.85 ERA this year, but he's been terrific. Just when the Brewers have needed him, 1.71 ERA in his last 7 starts. He's gone 5-0 in those 7 starts. The Brewers have won 9 of his last 10 starts. For the Pirates, they have won 6 of their last 8 games. Last swan song here, a little bit of success for the Bucks of late. They're still on that massive overrun. I guess I can just mention it every show, but now over in 30 of their last 47 games. Peralta's gone over in 5 of his last 6 starts. The Brewers have gone under in 5 of their last 8. The Brewers have won 12 of 16. Let's go to the chat. I think I know what I'm doing, but let's get your plays here. I know it'll be the Brewers, but is the price okay with you guys? Given the, that they want to win, they're in good position. I'll mention that wild card race as well. Cincinnati has taken the lead, by the way, in that wild card race. Dre is going to lead us off here, I think, a little bit here with the over in this one. Jared's on the Brewers. Here's Frankie, though. He's going to come in on the under here. And, boy, at 8.5. I thought there was this one's, like I said, on the move lower. Kind of, worried that Pittsburgh, cranks out these overs, but Peralta's been good. Here's Thomas Lewis on the under. And here is doubles on the Bucks money run line here. Yeah, got it. Probably there. $1.10 or so. Brent Cook, Brewers. M looks Brewers. Ron on the run line. Angel says Pirates have had a nerfy as dogs in 7 straight. So 7 straight. The last 7 times the Pirates have been dogs, it's been a nerfy, I think, is what Angel's saying here with this. And Peralta's allowed a run in the first inning in just 5 of his 26 starts. So decent, pretty decent. And let's see, it looks a bit steep. M looks says. Oh, Angel's just giving us the stats. I love that. Here's Butterscotch. Good morning, and he says go under in this one. Pirates money line here. Jermaine with a play as well. Brew Crew, he wants the nerfy. And Brent, it's a little high, certainly, for this road team. Peralta's been very, very strong. And I don't know, I may just go with the Brewers here. I don't want them on the run line. Ron doesn't have a problem with it, though. And I guess it's time to make my selection, and I'll take the Brewers. I'll take them on the road at -$1.85, you guys. I know I'm going to be look, at this point, if I can lay a little bit of chalk in September that isn't $3, maybe I'll do it. But Brewers looking good. 7-3 win yesterday. I took the Pirates run line yesterday on the show. It didn't work out. Mindy texted me later, said, I want the Brewers. I said, well, she had it right. Let's take the Brewers in this one. And, no, what can I say? I'm on a big favorite here to start the show. And my voice is cracking. Twins, Guardians, Joe Ryan up against Gavin Williams here. Ryan with that 4.20 ERA coming in. Williams a 3.46 ERA so far for the Cleveland rookie. Done a nice job so far, but he has struggled of late. Let's see what the current line. Minnesota minus $1.20. 8.5 over 15. Looks like it's gone down just a bit. The widely reported steam actually came in on the over here, but I think we're seeing a little bit of buyback to the under. Williams has a ERA near 8 in his last 3 starts. They're underway, by the way, second half. 50-50 was the halftime score. Canada and Slovenia. Ryan, all of a sudden, is back to being the Joe Ryan we saw at the very, very beginning of the season. He has a 1.64 ERA. In his last 2 starts, he has a win there. The Twins have gone over in 7 of his last 8 starts. Go to the chat here, see what you guys are on. For Ryan, he's 2 starts against the Guardians already this season. He's 0-2, but a 2.84 ERA. Here come the plays from you guys. And we have, I don't think I'm going down for the count, Angel. I think it just, here we go with just eating my leftovers as usual. Jamal Jones on the Guardians. Jared says maybe this is a spot for Cleveland here. Last night, Twins mashed them, of course. Mindy and I were on Cleveland. Yesterday was a late afternoon game. We took Cleveland. That was a loss for us. Let's see. Frankie likes the under here. Here's Dre with Minnesota. Here's TK with Minnesota. Here's Blake with Minnesota. Hello. TK going over here in this one at the 8.5. Thomas Twins money line. All right. And Angel, more Yurfee talk here. He's got us covered on those Yurfee stats. If I don't, that'll work for me. Beatty Man on the Twins, and Justin, great contribution so far. Justin, he likes the under. And you know what, Justin, he's kind of new to our commenting. I know we've seen him in here. I think the last couple days here and there. I might end up riding with Justin here. Let's see what else we got. Butterscotch on Minnesota. Boy, you guys, okay. And I'm probably not going to mind laying this price, I think, with Minnesota on the road. Might even just save it here. Let's give out. I'm going to go under in this one. Wish I could start the show over a little bit. But I'm going to go under here with the Guardians and the Twins. Twins have been going over quite a bit of late. 11 of their last 14. I mentioned Ryan going over quite a bit. But now we got the Guardians back at home. JD says pitchers duel under. Panger here today. Hello, Panger. He says lay that run line. Jermaine looks like he's coming in with a live play right now on Slovenia. Thank you, Jermaine. The Giants are going to take on the Cubs with Alex Wood on the road here. He's an underdog. Cubs are $1.40. The total here, 10.5 in this one. Yep, 10.5 over is favored now at minus $1.15. Let's update the line. It's $1.40. Maybe a slight move to the Giants here in this one. We talked about right. We talked about the weather. Uh, Tears for Fears. Anybody? uh, in the game. So we were right, right? I mean, with the weather yesterday, we talked about the wind blowing out yesterday. I gave out the Cubs on the show, but gave out the over as a premium play. And when analyzing, and you saw what Scott said, straight out to left field, 15 miles an hour. Will that happen today? We'll see, but I'll update the line here. We'll get into the discussion for the Giants and the Cubs. Ended up being 19 runs yesterday in this matchup. 11. What was it? 11-8. The Cubs won it. So all right, let's break it down a little bit with these two clubs for San Francisco. When you got uh, Wood in there trying to snap this losing streak right now for the Giants. They've lost now 5 in a row. The Cubs have won 10 of 14. We'll see with Wicks. First 2 starts, so good. All right. But, it's always something. Everybody gets a little bit excited, I think, when we see these pitchers come up and turn in some good numbers early. But, I always say, why weren't these pitchers up there? Yeah, I mean, there's things that happen. They're coming and going a little bit at this time of year. But Wicks is a rookie coming in. He has 2 starts with a 1.80 ERA. Cubs won both of those games. But, Giants, obviously, the worst offense. I don't know. Are they the worst offense in the league right now, you guys? Even worse than the really bad teams all season. It certainly feels like it. But do we want to lay a price on the at home here with this rookie pitcher? See what you guys in the chat have to say in this one. The Cubs have gone under in 7 of their last 9 games. The Giants have gone under in 6 of their last 9 games. And that the weather is going to be, I think, not. I don't think the wind is quite as okay. Thank you, Scott. There, Butterscotch. I could just set the chat and just have my TP up there, and you guys could just handle the show probably without me. Good job. But what I was going to say, of course, is it looks like it's just a little bit lighter wind today, and Butterscotch throws it up there on the screen. Yeah, 2 miles an hour lighter. Yeah, there's a little bit of a difference there. Does that mean and the direction? That's all. And the direction is always a, kind of a big deal. But that's the thing about Wrigley; it can be going all over the place. I'm trying to catch up here with you guys in this one. Okay, here they come. Here comes Blake on the Cubs. Dre's on the Cubs. Scotch, Lock, run line, Cubs. I mean, it's good times right now in Wrigleyville. Thomas on the money line. Hello and welcome to Frederick Lundy here today. He's talking about the basketball game. Canada up a half a dozen right now, but just want to welcome Frederick. Don't know if I've been able to ever say hi. Hello to you, Frederick. Frankie says Giants run line and over. There's that weather update from Scotch, 13 miles an hour out to center field. So that's it's kind of the same. And you got to figure some of these Cubs bats against a guy like Alex Wood, because I don't know where you guys rate the Cubs. I have him probably as my number 5 offense right now. And the Giants, with all due respect to Jamal, I know what he, like I said, you're going up against a rookie pitcher. At least you got Alex Wood, even though he hasn't been awesome. But the thing is here against Wood, you got guys like Nico Horner, Happ, Dansby Swanson. They're all going to have matchup advantages here against Wood. And I've got the Giants ranked number 30 right now in the major leagues on offense. I just can't right now. I mean, what are they hitting? I think was Tony said it or so, $171 over the last, I don't know how many weeks. 10 games, 2 weeks. I don't know what it was, but they are just it's woeful right now. And when you think about some of these bats, right? Looking starting to be like, a Jock in there, right? Where is Belt? He's not even around at this, at this point. So you just got to wonder, what's going on necessarily with I don't mean Belt's gone, but I mean, I don't think he'll be necessarily in there today with the left-hander going. So you just wonder what's going on here with this Giants offense. They've faded quickly. You guys not afraid to still take them? And again, I mean, my numbers are saying maybe the line's a little bit too high. I'm going to refresh it. Let me see if I can. You guys ever refresh the line hoping like you're going to make it move lower? You ever done? Or you're way, All right. $1.40 here, as I said. Cubs money line and under for JD. And doubles, with all due respect in this, take under in case of a short game. A Major League Baseball game must go 8.5 full innings to be cashed. Otherwise, it'll be a refund every time. And if you have a book that doesn't do that, then I don't expect it to be in business very long. Thank you, Scotch. Not that they'll get beat on that, but I mean, they just don't know what they're doing necessarily. All right. Yeah, I mean, Wood, right. But, maybe this is Alex Wood, actually. Yeah, well, when the offense, even the Giants scored 8 runs last night. And yes, doesn't matter day or night. All right, I got to make a pick here, you guys, in this one. And, well, look, if we saw it yesterday, I think we might end up seeing it again today. I got to figure the Cubs are going to score some runs. Can I find a way on the Giants? I don't know if I can. The spot to me is the Giants. These numbers say the Giants because I always try to downgrade a little bit with rookies, even with success. I respect what you're saying, but like I said, get them in here for just 2 games. We're in September. What are you going to do? Start Wicks against the Dodgers in a playoff game or something like that? So, anyways, I'll take the over. I'm going to try that. Hey, they can get 18 runs. They can get 11 runs here. Blue Jays and the A's. We saw yesterday the Blue Jays handled the business. Finally, they're they know the pressure's on. They've got an opponent they can beat. They did a nice job. We gave out the Blue Jays on the show yesterday. They are down to $1.60. If you're into a little bit of value here, when your favorite item is on sale at the grocery store, pick up an extra 1 or 2. And as they say on another channel, don't be a moron, put more on it. The total here is 8 under 15. I don't know if that's my play. I just wanted to say that cliche. Blue Jays, $1.60 now. Total 8 under 15 with Hyunjin Ryu going on the road against J.P. Sears. Ryu's got a 2.48 ERA. He's been terrific since he's come back this season for the Blue Jays. And if the Blue Jays can, keep this up and find, Hyunjin Ryu probably figures into the plans right now the way he's going. This is a good situation for him, I would say, at this point. Performing well. He is 3-0 with a 4.05 ERA in his last 4 starts. We know his first starts were dynamite. Sears has a 6.86 ERA in his last 4 starts. The A's are just 2-8 in Sears' last 10 starts. This is good times for the A's, having won 8 of their last 15 games. I mean, that's pretty good for them, no doubt. And let's see here what you guys have to say in this one. Toronto has won 6 of their last 8. They've gone under in just 1 of their last 10 games. The steam came in. The reported steam came in on the under in this game. And we're seeing a gradual move. I mean, there were even line as high as 8.5. I'm not sure, actually, that I even trust the move here. I was thinking, look, it didn't get there yesterday, and I had a premium on the over. It actually pushed, gave it out at 8, final 7-1. Hope no one got the worst of that. yesterday out of the subscribers, but I think we were in on the cycle early enough, but still ended up with a push there. We needed a win just to barely, to salvage anything, really. It was our last decision. All right, let's go to the chat, see what you guys have to say in this one. Here's Jermaine. He says he wants the Jays. Ron says Jays. And here's Brent. Says Oakland. Hey, I've been zeroed in a little bit on this series, it feels like. M Looks has a play. It's on the Jays. Dre says Toronto run line. Butterscotch wants the Toronto run line. Frankie Diamond wants to go over, and Jamal's on the Blue Jays. And for me, I guess I'm going to have to pull the trigger here. And I'm going to go over in this one. Maybe not even get the best of the price here, but I'm going to fade this steam here today. Don't call me a steam chaser. I'll take the over here. Come on, A's. You can get a few runs today, can't you? I'm actually leaning towards the Braves, and if the Jays get bet up to like a back, like I said, the move's on the A's. Maybe it won't come back. Maybe it won't go back up. Maybe there is value there. Thank you for from Finding Ian, watching us from the great continent of Africa in Kenya. Maybe we could, if Finding Ian is still out there, maybe he can come up with Gerardo. Are you still out there? Maybe Finding Ian can come up there with our soccer play today, because there is African Cup of Nations qualifying. Libya taking on Equatorial Guinea. Might be one of the featured matchups of the day with this crappy soccer card. So let's hear it. Finding Ian, you got anything there? I will tell you this, and I don't know if Finding Ian is just stopping around YouTube channels. It's kind of fun to say, but there are some places. Africa is sports gambling crazy, and the way they do it, I mean, things are, look, there's some very modern cities in all over the continent, but they're not all. And you look at where they go betting and how they bet. You could go to YouTube and find some really interesting videos on how some nations in Africa do their sports betting, and it is very, very mostly soccer, right? But they're into it. They are into it, and there is some interesting laws there, if I'm not mistaken. But check that out. Okay, Beanie Man says Jay's first five and Jay's run line over. This is a man who spends too much time looking up sports betting videos on YouTube. That's me, not Ian. Jermaine says Jay's first five, and Brent on the over here. And Justin might be with me here. JD said, right, thank you, JD. We don't even need to handicap this game. It's going to be 0-0, no doubt about it, like most African Cup of Nations games, especially when they get into the good games. So thank you, Ian. Great to have you. Well, I guess he doesn't have a pick for us, but maybe we can go to his channel. And I do like those wildlife channels, too. Oh, man. What a life. Okay, Rockies and Diamondbacks here with, why do I have two lines, and why is there no pitcher on the Diamondbacks? Well, it looks like Ramon was having a little bit too much fun this morning. It is definitely with Zach Davies here for the Diamondbacks. He's the one that's minus 200 or so. The total 9 under 20 in this one. Going up against Flexen. We definitely had our fun time making fun of Flexen here of late with his 7 ERA, but Davies hasn't been any better. He's got a 6.45 ERA, and now you're telling me he's a $2 favorite? It has actually gone. I saw the line at some books as high as 235 early on, so maybe there's actually some value on Colorado. Guess what? Mindy and I had Colorado yesterday on the run line. They won the game 3-2 in a kind of the same situation. You had Freeland with a 5 ERA. You had Brandon Pfaadt in there with a 6 ERA, and they were still a $2 favorite. we gave out Colorado together. Sometimes you just gotta, ride with these. Sometimes I think. I mean, it's tough, right? It's tough to get on some of these dogs unless you're Ben Ruhala. Let's take a look at this one here with Colorado flexing 5.72 ERA in his last 5 starts. It's actually an improvement over his ERA. Colorado's lost 27 of their last 40 games. They've gone over in 12 of their last 18 games. Zach Davies actually has had 2 good starts of late. Last 2 games, 1.64 ERA. He did win one of those games. Arizona, though, just 2-7 in Zach Davies' last 9 starts. Flexen, absolute money burner so far. 11 starts. You're losing a half a unit a game if you're betting Flexen right now. That's the tough part to swallow about this. And you look at these 2 teams. These guys are, Colorado road dog, under city every time. Colorado road dog, even though I just said they're going over, and this is kind of, I'm giving out the stat. I'm going over in this game, and I'm going over right now on the show here as my play. Especially if it's 9 under 20, I'm going over. With these starters, I'm going over for sure. But just want to say that Colorado home road dog, that's an under. Arizona home favorite, that's an under. But I'm just talking for the whole season. Nobody wants to totally measure the whole season. You kind of want to get it macroed out a little bit into those. That's why we always say last 10 games, last 7 starts, last 5 starts. There's some that you can look at where it's long term, right? All right. Angel. Josh Lauer, hello, Angel. Thank you. If it doesn't work out at Tony's pit, I may head to be. Well, I don't want to say I'm be a. All right, Louire's over. Ian says, "Do I have any mods?" I got like 100 of them in here right now. They can't kick anybody out, but they're watching that. They're watching over me. I'll promise you that. We have an extremely respectful chat, no doubt about it. And we just boot anybody who gets out the slightest out of line, because I may be up here acting like a goofball half the time, but really feel like I'm always I want to be Mr. Professional all the time. And that way you can goof off a little bit and everyone thinks you're serious. Everyone thinks I'm serious all the time. Hey, Scott says go over in this one as well. So they'll take the over. Nothing on the side for Brent. He'll take the over. I'm still leaning Colorado. Let me find some way to get off Colorado before who knows? Mindy, if you're watching, you want Colorado, we'll take them again. But not sure yet on the side. You have to swallow your pride a little bit, or your conscience or something. All right. Well, I can't figure out my Padres now at all. I mean, I have, right? I have figured them out. When they're out of it, they're you look at the standings, they're still the last team kind of hanging on in the wild card situation. Everyone agrees the Padres are the team that could go on and win a bunch of games in a row and finally and somehow make it. But I don't have any hope of that happening. But maybe against the Phillies, who came in here, in a situation of their own where they're driving towards the postseason and looking pretty good. They couldn't do anything against Pedro Avila. Avila, after the game, was so overwhelmed with emotion and appreciate. It almost gets me choked up now listening to his interview today. Was he was choked up at the ovation that he received for his effort. So just what you need, right? I mean, you talk about these pitchers coming out of nowhere and coming through. Now you've got Wacha, who most people agree has been one of the stronger pitchers of late in the majors. Last 5 starts, 2.67 ERA, 4-0 for Wacha. At home, Wacha's won 5 straight. Padres now have won 4 of their last 5. Phillies have lost 4 of 6. For Zach Wheeler, he's got a 3 ERA in his last 4 starts. Phillies are 3-5 in his last 8 starts. That's actually pretty good. Wheeler is like one of the biggest money burners in the major leagues this season. Just for whatever reason, Wheeler, no run support. He's got the 3.62 ERA, but when you look at the biggest money burners in the league, Wheeler, I don't know if he's up there necessarily, but let me see. Yeah, maybe he's not as bad as I thought. Maybe I've just had too many bad beats with Wheeler. Okay, yeah. No, he's not as bad as I was gonna say he's costing us a quarter unit a game. I was going off the top of my head. He's only down by barely a unit for the season. So hey, I'm not always right. For the Phillies, they've gone over in 12 of their last 18 games. The Padres have gone over in 8 of their last 13 as well. Let's go to the chat, see what you guys have to say in this one with my Padres. My Padres, they're my Padres when they win, and they are the Padres when they lose. And let's see here. Hey, I want to shout, don't go anywhere, Ron. I want to talk to you here. Oh, great, Angel. We're going to get that over. 154 right now with 9 minutes to go. We got a winner coming our way, I think. We only need, oh, yeah. Let's say, I don't know what could happen to lose this one. Okay, Ron, good morning. Congratulations to Ron with his another winner in the spreadsheet play of the day. Follow Ron on X to get this Korean baseball play. I will mention Ron up 30 units now, playing, I believe, just one play a day in the KBO. And I want to say today, Ron, I hope I get it right, Ron. It was the Kia Tigers minus $1.25. They went up to like $1.30 or $1.35. But Ron with the win right there today with his spreadsheet play of the day. And so that brings us to Ron's spreadsheet play of the day for the Major League Baseball. This doesn't include those units from the KBO, but Ron's still a strong season with his MLB spreadsheet play of the day. Let me write it down right here. RC's got the Phillies. Ron, you're going to come in here and spoil things for me and my Padres today. Everybody knows they're inconsistent, and a guy like Wheeler, he probably could come in and deal. He's always dominated San Diego. He's got a 2.31 ERA in 8 career starts. Walker's got a 5 ERA in his career against the Phillies. Just want to note one thing here where I know we're on baseball. I'm just going to scroll down. There's an NFL move going on right now that I saw, and let me just see. The move appears to be on Pittsburgh here. Let me see here. I know we know that Purdy is going to be ready here, right, for his Week 1 debut. Just seeing a move on Pittsburgh, just checking real quick to make sure there hasn't been a setback or something like that. Maybe just money coming in on Pittsburgh. I'm showing some books down to 1.5 now on the 49ers on the road. So just take note of that. Might come up maybe days away here from football, but just got a little alert there that the Steelers were taking steam. The old Don Best steam. Does anybody still get that? I do. I get both Don Best and Sports Insights. I love both line services. LaWeir says take San Diego. Jermaine on San Diego. Butterscotch here says San Diego first 5. Thomas Lewis is on the Padres. You guys are all over the Padres here in this one. Don't get ahead of us, LaWeir. But if you have to go ahead and put your picks in. I don't come back to them. That's all. How about that, Brent? And everybody was all up in arms when they blew that lead yesterday. It's Orioles are going to blow another lead because the whole world was on them yesterday. We'll get to it. Don't put me off track. Frederick's got a nerfy here with the Padre game. For Wheeler, he's allowed a first inning run in 6 of 27 games. Walker's been excellent. He's allowed a first inning run in just 3 of 19 starts. Brent Cook on the Phillies. Ron says there's a reason why the Phillies are favored here. Could I really go against my Padres here? I have most of the season, right? I think I've made money going against my Padres the way they've been one of the worst, money teams this year. So, and yeah, interesting to note, Ron, that you said that because I think I saw you in one of the chat rooms last night pointing out the exact same stat. I don't know if you were on Pittsburgh, but or maybe it was 1 or 2 days ago. Am I crazy? Am I in every chat room? I think I saw you put that same stat in there. Is that ATS? That's got to be ATS anyway. I'm sure, but maybe there'll be a pick 'em by game time. Okay, let's go. I'll do it. You guys are on the Phillies. I'm on the Phillies. In this one, come on, Padres. I only put on the show. It's a play. It's my play. I'm not, fading the Padres on purpose. I mean, I am, but I ain't. Dodgers and Lance Lynn here on the road against the Marlins and Chargois. The Dodgers here are favored. They're down to minus $1.35. Did I hear Sale? Not Chris Sale. I'm talking about it looks like there's a sale on the Dodgers today. Makes me want to check the lineups. It is a night game. Could they have ruled some players out already in the lineup today? Austin Barnes left last night's game with a head injury. Max Muncy has that shoulder problem. David Peralta's out right now he'll be on rest here. He was on rest yesterday, so he'll return today, I would think. Here. Who's pitching? Chargois. Okay. Maybe we get your plays on this one. This is a huge disc. I mean, I'm always looking for cheap prices on dot. When I'm at the store, when I'm at Smith's down the street, I'm looking for cheap prices on the LA Dodgers, and I think I've got one here maybe a little bit today. It's a bullpen game for Miami. The steam has come in. It is official. It was widely reported steam that came in here on the Miami Marlins. They've won 5 straight now following yesterday's win. Hey, I gave the Marlins out here on the show. I don't think I'm crazy with Luzardo over Kershaw. So I think I have a beat on this series. Getting an update right now. This is a little bit of an older story, but it just popped up on my phone. I saw it. The former Buccaneers and Buffalo Bills receiver Mike Williams. I know there's a few Mike Williams. There's been like 3 receivers over the last probably 15 years. But you remember him. He was with the Bucs and then went to the Bills, and he passed away in a construction accident. He was knocked in the head with a steel beam. That was unfortunate. Okay, here we go. Lance Lynn, 3.82 ERA in his last 6 starts with the Dodgers. The Dodgers are 5-1 in his 6 starts. I've been here, touting. I touted Lynn all season when he was a bum, and I would continue to tout Lynn after he moved to the Dodgers because I watched. That line is wrong, you guys. By the way, it's 135. Sorry about that. Anyways, you guys heard me. So $1.35 here on the road. Still, I mean, the line was as high as 165-ish or so. So you want a 30-cent discount on the Dodgers? Here it is. Right now, you're getting that discount price on LA with the 4-game losing streak going up against a team with a 5-game winning streak. Maybe that's what the Sharps are seeing. I mean, anytime they can pick on the Dodgers, they're only going to win 105 games or whatever it's going to be. But let's see what you guys have to say in this one. I mean, do I need to Do I need to go any further? I actually wanted to take a peek at the line movement on the total, but really there hasn't been any. And I never really look at. I look at ticket count. I don't look at necessarily. I know everybody makes a big argument. I think that the few sites they say, oh, you can't trust this site, you can't trust that. Just look at all the sites and kind of meld them together and then see. Um, that's why I use the two line services. The reason why the ticket counts and no, they don't hire some person to fake ticket counts. There's not enough people paying attention to them. This has been a hot button topic as we head to football season. So nobody's controlling it. It's just automated, right? And it's always going to be different because if you're offering a line 5% from the other, five or half a point, one team's going to get all the action in one book, and one team's going to get all the action in the other. So you got to meld them together. Now, what the line services do, they usually enter into agreements. Books enter into agreements with these line services to receive their compiled data from all the sports books, and then they meld the numbers together, and that's where you see that consensus percentage. Usually, it might be just a sample. It's not a sample of every book across the board. It's just the ones that provide the data in exchange, probably for some free service, real time. Anybody, you get the real time data, you're going to be able to, beat a lot of books to the market to a certain extent. Here we go with those plays here. Thank you, Ron. Appreciate you. We're on the Marlins. Butterscotch says, look at this discount. Here's Dodgers. Dodgers bounce back. Frankie still going to hang out with Miami, but take him on the run line. Butterscotch on LA. Panger says, Dodgers money line and team total over. Big day for the Dodgers. And, I would probably I want to look to the over in this game. I want to see how the market moves. I do want to see how the market moves. But Dodgers have gone over in 9 of their last 13. Lynn's gone over in 4 of his last 6, and Miami's gone over in 4 of their last 5. Dodgers is a road favorite. Yeah, they kind of go over. Marlins is a home dog. They've gone kind of to the over, if I'm not mistaken. Those are off the top of my head, but the scenarios, and then I say it because I just want to show you this. Butterscotch, Jermaine, Beanie Man. They're all on the over here. And that's the way I'd probably look in this one, considering those trends. Lynn has a 3.67 ERA overall. I think he can deal a little bit here, and we'll see with Chargois. I think just an opener probably. He's got 3.78 ERA, doubles on the over. So, yeah. Analytics is not easy. Analytics is not easy, right? But screw the analytics, right? Let's go with the eye test, right? They can break down TCU in Colorado all they want. We know what we saw. Hi, Burley. Good morning. And great job, Fred. Oh, okay. Oh, Frederick was on. Who was on Slovenia +4 though? Oh, Frederick. That's right. Frederick had Canada. Oh, I hope. Oh, we might have been 1-1 there. We might have had 2 people clashing there. But right now, 171. Still 6 minutes left. But Canada pulling away from Slovenia. Not enough Lucas in Slovenia. They need another Luca to compete full game here with Canada. Canada, look out, USA. Boy, USA, Canada. All right. You guys are down, and I'm down as well. It's, for me, I'll take the Dodgers on the show. Ooh, I want to take them as a premium now at $1.35. I like it, but I'll just give it out on the show. I mean, I could say, hey, here's a premium play for you guys. It's the Dodgers. You guys probably want them anyways. I know there's a few on the Marlins in there. Thank you, guys. Here we go with the Red Sox and Tampa Bay. Pavetta here for the Red Sox on the road. Tampa Bay minus $1.65. Total here 8 under 20. So interesting here that Pavetta gets the start instead of Paxton. I know that was a kind of a late addition. I didn't look too much into the news cycle, I'm afraid there, but Pavetta has a 4.5 ERA this season. Boston has lost 6 of their last 9. Glass now has a 4.74 ERA in his last 3 starts as he's been on the decline a little bit. He has a 3.17 ERA this season. Glass now, you guys talking nerfy and nerfy at all? Glass now, one of the best there is. He's allowed a run in the first inning in just 1 of 16 starts. So, always starts strong, Tyler Glass now. Tampa Bay's won 12 of their last 17 games. At $1.65, it's getting into range here for me as a favorite, I would think, especially if Boston's pitching plans are a little bit shaky. That over trend continues to roll. How many times do we have to say it? Did anybody already say it in the comments? Because I haven't been over there yet, but it is now stands at, in the last 19 games for the Boston Red Sox, 17 overs, 1 under, and 1 push. That's 17 of the last 19. The total here is 8. So, well, got to beat Glass now a little bit, I would think, in this one. Even with that big, Glasnow's gone under in 7 of his last 9. Does he come and deal here against Boston? I don't think you guys are hot on that. I don't think you guys are too active on this game. Let me see. Here's Leweir says, give me Tampa on the money line. And Double says that Dodger line is back on the rise here all of a sudden. I'm checking out a book here to see as well. A top offshore book, still offering $1.35. So I know where to go if I get off the air here. I don't want DraftKings, and should mention he doubles is in Illinois. So I believe all of DraftKings markets are different. The pools are certainly not commingled. I mean, I guess if you're a big company like DraftKings, in a way they always are, but I believe each book has individual sportsbook directors and probably pools that they work on. But a big company like have you imagine the involvement of DraftKings over from a fantasy site like they were to I don't know, biggest online book in the country. Here's Jamal with the Rays, Frankie Diamond with the over. Am I right on that? Butterscotch over, Tampa run line for Thomas, Brent, Rays, everybody Rays maybe. And Frederick says he wants the Yurfie, even though I gave out that stat about Glasnow. 1 run, only 1 time is he allowed a run in the first inning in 16 starts. But Frederick says, today is the day. Give me the Yurfie, he says. All right, looks like you guys are done in this one. And I am going to take Tampa Bay right now. My numbers are indicating that this total does look kind of right on and that maybe there's a chance for an under, but how can you buck this trend right now with Boston, especially yesterday, 8-6, Tampa getting the victory. We gave out, Mindy and I went with Tampa. I gave out Tampa on the show. Tampa was very popular in the industry as well yesterday. Almost an overwhelming pick of handicappers yesterday was Tampa Bay. All right, we'll move on now with the Mariners here taking on the Reds. Got to get moving, man. We got some football we got to cover as well. We're into the night game, into the night games here. Mariners and Reds with Gilbert here on the road. He is minus $1.65, and this total is dropping a little bit. I'm showing a number. I'm going to go with 10 under 25. I'm using a major offshore book as the main line here that I'm displaying on our show. Gilbert may be up about a nickel here in this one in the betting cycle here this morning. Gilbert for the Mariners, he has a 3.56 ERA and a 2.32 ERA in his last 5 starts. Bring the graphic up. Seattle's lost 5 of their last 7 games now after the Reds got it done yesterday. I had the Mariners as a premium, gave out the under on the show, was 7-6. The Reds got the run late. The Reds today go with Richardson here. You might remember Richardson, you guys. He had the worst debut, arguably, in Major League history. Just about a month ago, do you remember? The first 2 pitches of his Major League career went right over the fence. He threw 2 pitches and allowed 2 home runs. He's got a 6.75. Imagine you worked your whole life. Your fans or families in the stands. Your friends are watching at home. I hope Mr. Richardson goes on for a long and healthy career and becomes an all-star, and they'll talk about that like it was a big joke. Because otherwise, poor Mr. Richardson is going to have to tell everyone that he played in the major leagues and gave up home run on his first 2 pitches and never amounted to anything. The Reds are 2-1 in Richardson's 3 starts so far, and they're a pretty big dog here. Is Seattle starting to feel the pressure a little bit? They were pretty popular among handicappers yesterday. I wasn't alone in taking them across the industry. Mariners were pretty popular. The Mariners are 9-2 in Gilbert's last 11 starts. I mean, how can I don't know if I can get off Seattle at this point, even at $1.65, you guys. Help me. Let's go to the chat. And I don't, you guys can talk me off Seattle at this point. I imagine we're going to see a bunch of Mariner talk here. All right. Butterscotch says Tampa Bay has, whoops. I'm back on the old game. You guys aren't into this game. Here's Brent Cook on the Mariners. You got to take it. You got it. And here's Frankie. He goes under in this one. How was I looking at this on the time? I actually also, I'm worried that this thing is moving so much lower. At least it's at 10 under 25, I'm starting to get a little bit worried considering what we saw yesterday. Look what Butterscotch says here about our friend Richardson. So, all right. Reds have won 4 of their last 5. They've gone under in 9 of 13. And I'm gonna try the Mariners again. I cannot. Look, I think everyone still kind of agrees, right, that the Mariners, I mean, they've been so clutch. Tough price. I actually don't mind the, I think it was as high as $1.75. So that's a little bit of a discount here. Look, the Reds came back to win the game yesterday, right? So we'll see. I'm gonna go with the Mariners. I don't like when the handicappers on YouTube say we'll see. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do it, and neither should they. We shouldn't say will. Okay, here we go. Mets and Nationals. Talk about runs, huh? The Mets put up those runs. You guys were talking about Alonso in the chat earlier. He's been terrific. He deserves better. He deserves a postseason trip, doesn't he? Mets are favored on the road here, minus $1.20. 10.5 over minus 120. We are seeing movement here to the over in this one. I don't know if it's necessarily steamy. I think we're just seeing a gradual move. You figure 16 runs in yesterday's ball game. I did have the over as a premium pick. Mindy and I gave out the Mets. So maybe we have a pretty good bead on this series. For the Mets, they have won 4 of their last 5. Budo probably an opener here. We know he's started a few games. It was this year, right? He's opened in a few games already this season. And let's see what is. I have him as an opener. He went for 2 2/3 against the Bucks back on August 15th. Currently, what did I say? 4.30 the ERA. This will be his third time opening. 1.77 the whip. Let's see what your comments say. The Nationals have lost 8 of 9 now. That ship has kind of sailed, right? LeWeir is on the Mets. Jamal's on the over. Jermaine's on the Mets. Hello to Howard. New boy, how you been? Good to see you. He's on the over. Thomas Lewis on the Mets. Thank you, Mike. Nice to have you here today. Okay, looks like it's time to make the call here on this one. Beanie Man with the Mets. Now, I've got to think the Mets probably in a good spot here in this one against Joanna Doan. He's got a 6 ERA in his last 5 starts. Interestingly, he's been part of that, with the Nationals. How can I say it? Their surge, right? He's got a lot of run support. I mean, he has a 6 ERA and he's won practically every game so far. So this total dropping here. Let's see a few more comments. Burley on the Mets, Butterscotch over. And at 10.5, that's good enough for me to go. I'm going to try the under. I get what happened yesterday. Just got to go with, I'm playing the number. Why does my Mets graphic keep disappearing? There we go. I'll be taking the under in this one with the Mets and the Nationals. Mets have gone under in 11 of their last 16 games. So let's try the under despite yesterday's slugfest here. I'm gonna try the under today. Just playing the numbers here. Yeah, he's commenting, I think, on that, or is he talking about these Detroiters with Matt Manning on the road against Clark Schmidt and the Yankees? I gave out the Yankees run line on the show yesterday. Tony had the Yankees on the run line as a premium pick. The Yankees were pretty popular with handicappers yesterday. Right now, the line currently sits at $1.65. Maybe even going up here in a few spots. The total's definitely on the rise. There has been some widely reported steam. I am seeing 9s currently out there in the marketplace. I'll update it to 9, and then I'll make my pick. If it's on the under, we'll just call it 8. But I think you'll look at here the total, maybe mostly 9s, but it is juiced. I'll call it 8.5 over 30 because the book, I want to stay consistent with this book. I am going to peek at the market here, though, and 9 under 20 at Circa, 9 under 15 at Bovada, 9 under 20 at the South Point, 9 under 20 at stations here in Vegas. So Vegas books coming in with the under here. Feels like, for the most part, in this one. I'm not sure I'm buying it. You guys doing anything with this game? Let me get a preview. Let me get my preview going. I know that helps. Sometimes I go to the chat too early, and sometimes I forget. So for Manning, he's got a 1.52 ERA in his last 4 starts. That's been good, and he's been a moneymaker in his 14 starts. He's up nearly 0.4 units per start. Detroit, they've won 4 of their last 5. The Yankees have won 7 of 8. Yankees have gone under in 6 of their last 7. Detroit's gone under in 7 of their last 23. And Manning has gone under in 5 of their last 6 games. Yankees won yesterday 5-1. I kind of want to go over, but I'm just upset that the line is moving so rapidly. I'm trusting this team in this one, despite what feels like kind of an under series and an under Schmidt's gone under in 4 of his last 6, but Schmidt does have a 7.5 ERA in his last 4 starts and an 0-2 record. Detroit as a home dog does kind of trend under, I believe, and the Yankees as a home favorite can trend under as well. But I'm probably going to be on the over here. Let me put it at 9, and I'll juice it up to the under a little bit. Try to be a little bit fair to myself. I'm going to end up on the over here in this one with Manning and Schmidt. Gonna need a little more production from the Tigers than yesterday. I would imagine you guys probably fading me a little bit on that one. I'm not sure people are going to be on the over in this one, considering some of the trends I just read off. Beanie Man's on the Tigers, so is LaWeir. Beanie Man run line, by the way. LaWeir money line. Or Beanie Man run line, LaWeir money line. Here's the Yankees. So, okay. Yeah, Brent, when I was deciding whether or not to go through all the games, I'm like, yeah, if I don't go through all the games, I won't have the Yankees game. And I don't know, the Yankees are the Yankees. So let's just get off the game, and I gave my pick. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. What did let me read that again. Oh, yeah. Okay, got it. And the Yankees in Seattle had some memorable playoffs in many years, way back when I had hair. Okay, the Braves with Strider here. Somebody was talking earlier about Strider in the chat. You're dealing with a $3 favorite here. It's already up to $2.95. Call it 3, 9 over 15. Going up here against Dakota Hudson. I don't know. Cardinals looked pretty good yesterday, right? They pulled one out of their tail feathers and got the win yesterday with Mikolas. In fact, Mindy sent me her picks and said Cardinals run line. She said Cardinals run line. We had already given out the Braves on the air with Soroka, and the Braves. It's a little bit of a situation with some of the Braves, right? But not with Strider, right? Let's go over this one and get your guys' comments as well. Strider has a 1.67 ERA in his last 4 starts. Why have people forgotten about Strider? Have they forgotten about Strider a little bit? No, I guess not. He's 22-5 in his 27 starts this season for the Braves. The Braves have won 20 of their last 27 games. Cardinals have lost 12 of their last 18. Hudson has a 4 ERA in his last 3 starts. Cardinals have won 5 of their last 7 with Hudson on the mound. I think the Cardinals can be competitive here again. I really want to find a way to get on these Cardinals possibly at this price. I'm not ready to just get into these 300 yet. I know it's September 6th. They're coming. This is the start of them. And I'm not going to update them. Come on. It's 285, it's 290, it's 300, whatever it is here. But, man, for me, I'm probably trying to find a way to get on these Cardinals. The total's already climbing a little bit too high, but maybe that's where I'm headed after yesterday's 16-run outburst. Yankees Atlanta's gone under in 6 of their last 9 at home, but the Cardinals have gone. Let's see. Well, they don't really have any too distinctive trends, I don't think, here. So I'm going to go over in this one with the Cardinals and the Braves. 16 runs yesterday. Strider's great. I get it. Maybe the Braves are kind of, in a situation where they can produce some offense and bounce back here. Here we go with Jamal on the Braves run line. Burley, Braves run line. Strider, too dominant. Atlanta run line. LaWeir will take the over, so I'll take the over. And Thomas says he'll take the over as well. All right, so I got a few on the over here. Look, this one's I've already seen some 9.5s out there. I also saw early 8.5. So I don't know what they, maybe with Strider, that was the situation, they thought could be a lower scoring game. We're showing it 9. Choose to the over. I'll take the over. Let's keep moving. I want to do some football games. White Sox and Royals. Touki Toussaint on the road here with his 4.8 ERA going up against Royals and their pitcher Royals. Obviously, is that Daryl Royals? Who is it? It's Lyles. Lyles sound like Royals. I could have been just typing and not knowing what I was doing. It's Jordan Lyles Day here. Lyles, we know he gives up a half a unit a game. We know he's improved a little bit. Or I don't know. He's probably just been the same Jordan Lyles, but they won a couple of games. Anyways, before Lyles, he's got a 7.5 ERA in his last 4 starts. What am I talking about? He's back to being Jordan Lyles. 4-22 is that record now, by the way, for the Royals with Lyles pitching. Touki Toussaint's got a 6.28 ERA in his last 3 starts. The White Sox have gone 4-7. Remember, he was picked up as a not a waiver wire guy. He was picked up on waivers, but the Braves, I don't know, maybe they could have used Toussaint here somewhere in this situation where the pitching is kind of, they'll have enough when it comes to the slim down postseason. We know the Braves are ready to go. Royals have lost 8 of their last 11. Chicago's lost 17 of their last 23. I'm not too worried about anything like that with these two teams, right? Losing games has been the norm. This game we shouldn't even be covering. But I just wanted Chicago's gone over in 7 of their last 8 games. Royals have gone over in 5 of their last 7. Lyles has gone over in 6 of his last 8 starts. So Toussaint's been going under, though. He's gone under in 9 of his last 11 starts. So, but probably mostly because the White Sox aren't producing runs. And probably just take the Royals here. Let's take the Royals at home in this one. Just like to hear myself talk, I guess. That's why we're previewing a game like that. Let me take just a moment here. I know we got to crank it out here, and I want to say hello to Giovanni. Well, we got it right. Could be Giovanni. But Giovanni, if I say it incorrectly and you want to correct me, please feel free. Mindy will be here, hopefully back soon. She is sending me her picks, and I don't distribute all the picks. Maybe I should be. But if it's one I agree with, we are still including it, if you're familiar with our program, including it as our premium consensus together. Mindy's having to get some rest. I'm getting these plays. We'll get them a little earlier today with some day games, but we get those, and then I just match them up with mine. We're entering them in the system, and I'll show you if you can hang out for the end of the show. We're asking that those are paid for right now. So we'll be back with the free, though, if it's any problem. Appreciate you very much. Okay, here is Thomas on the Royals over. And let's just move on. I'm on the Royals. And here's the game of the day, the game of the year. Maybe not the way the Rangers are playing, but you won't find a better pitching matchup probably all season than Verlander, who maybe, he's not been total Justin Verlander this year, but it feels like if you're going into the postseason and you needed your guy on the mound in the big game, you might not do worse than Justin Verlander unless you've got a guy like Max Scherzer. So the Rangers have got to salvage this somehow. The steam came in on the Rangers here, but again, it's been just a total disaster with what's been going on. The Rangers are favored here. They're up to $1.35. They are definitely taking action. Makes me wonder if there shouldn't be some lineup situation here with the Astros today. I do kind of want to check that out. I mean, it's early. Canada went on to win, by the way, 100-89. And just maybe we can peek at these, see if there's anybody. Do you guys know of anything? No, I'm not showing any regular players who are already out necessarily in today's game. So let's just take it for what it's worth here and just think that the steam has come in here on Texas. So everyone's been piling on Houston of late, I would think. I know they were a popular play with handicappers yesterday. Tony had them as well yesterday. So I had the under in the game, which was a total sham, but it was the Astros that scored 14 runs. Texas scored 1, and Nathan Eovaldi. Hopefully, look, let's get him just a start. Let's hope that it was just because it was a disaster early. Let's just hope that he needed to work, get back out there, and just get the rhythm. Because right now the Rangers need something, and they need Max to have a big game here today. 2.21 ERA in his last 6 starts. For Texas, let's just say for Texas, that's his ERA, so that's been pretty good. 4-2 for Max so far. We know Texas has lost 14 of their last 18 games now. The Astros still have lost 3 of their last 5. They have gone over in 19 of their last 28 games, and the Rangers have gone over in 10 of their last 13 games. And I wanted to go under yesterday. I'm not going to make that mistake again. Even with Verlander and Scherzer, I might be on the over here in this game after seeing what Houston did, because it just seems like right now, not only if I'm look, you guys, look, Houston is mashing the Rangers bullpen, but remember last week they were mashing bullpens last week too, and we all talked about. I'm sure you guys are talking about Altuve. Great performance, record-setting performance, great job, Jose Altuve yesterday. Probably got to take the Astros here, but maybe I'll just take the over. You think of it, right? Verlander, Scherzer, but the steam, the widely reported steam came in on the under. I almost said the move was on the over. 8.5. That's what. Thank you, Mike. I was just going to say that. But I'm just worried. I'm just worried about this. What's Max going to do? Throw a complete game? Throw a complete game shutout? I'm going backwards here on the comments. Scotch on Houston here. I think that's it. I think that's it for this game. And, all right. Butterscotch says, yeah, give me Verlander as a dog. So, kind of like him as well. I'm gonna give out the over here on the show at 8.5 juiced, and maybe I just expect the Astros. You guys, I think you're on the Astros, so I'm going to leave that to you guys, and maybe I'm on the Astros too, but officially I'm going to give out on the show here the over. I'm going to give out the over as a show. You guys are on the Astros. I kind of like the Astros as well. Going to see maybe what the lineups look like, see if there's something going on with Houston. I have to like them, but all right. Here's the Orioles going up against the Angels in our final game here today. How about it? Yeah, the Orioles, they did hang on yesterday after blowing that lead, and they ended up getting it done. Now here's Gibson with a 9 ERA in his last 4 starts, a 5 ERA this season going up against Sandoval. He's got a 9 ERA in his last 4 starts as well. He's got a 4.19 ERA this season, and Sandoval's been giving away units all year long. Gibson hasn't. He's one of those guys. He's like almost Kramer-like. Dean Kramer, not Kramer. Kramer. Hey, I just want to mention the game that we talked about earlier real quick. We'll move back on it, but Phillies and Padres, this total is moving lower. I think you're going to see this one go down to 7.5 here if it hasn't already. Phillies, Padres, total on the move lower as we speak. All right, back to this one now. Here, yeah, 7.5, almost across the board. And the Padres have, so someone's out for Philly. Let's see if we can track that down. Steam also coming in. I know we gave out Philly, nothing I can do about it, but there is the move coming in. Padres are now favored in the game, or at least a pick 'em almost across the board. So probably an injury situation. I don't think we've seen it yet. Here it is. I think we knew it before, but maybe it's just starting to hit the news cycle. Trey Turner, Yeah, it's been a crummy season, but I think he's salvaged his season somewhat, and he still can. But he's on paternity leave, so no Trey Turner here for a couple of games. That's got to be the news. Uh, I don't know if it's going to be. It's a day game, so maybe no Harper. Maybe that could happen here in this one. This is a dramatic move to the Padres and under. Let's get back to this one. That's why you're here. That's what we do here on the morning steam is try to bring you this breaking information on the games alive here with me and Mindy. All right, Orioles and Angels pick up right where we left off here in this one. Probably look to, in this game, that total now 8.5 over 20. All right. The Angels are 1-5 in Sandoval's last 6 starts. Angels have lost 24 of 31 now. They've gone over in 7 of their last 8. Kind of interesting that the total. I guess I gotta wait. These two teams look. Orioles as a road favorite. They're kind of an over. Angels as a home dog. They've been an under kind of when that happens. But for me, I kind of wanted to play this under, but I just wanted it to get up to 9. Man, and $1.25 seems like a decent price here on the Orioles after they were able to, still get it done yesterday. Orioles have gone over in 12 of their last 18. The Orioles have won 15 of their last 22 games. So I know that the Sharps are. I think they're pounding this game over. I think it can get up to 9, and I'm gonna want to come back on the under. I guess I can't do it here on the show, huh? Yeah, I could. All right. I guess I'll take the Orioles in this one at $1.25 on the road. I'm gonna try them again. Yesterday, I gave out the under on the show, and I think that was a push. Some may have gotten a loss there. I think most of the trend was to the under. The Orioles were super popular with handicappers yesterday. I could hardly find any cappers on any what I consider top cappers when I look in those forums. I show yesterday 8-to-1 ratio handicappers touts on these type of websites were coming in on the Orioles at an 8-to-1 ratio yesterday. I will go with the Orioles today. You guys are going to be on the Orioles, maybe? I don't know. Here comes Jamal on the Angels. Butterscotch says it's a no-brainer. But yesterday it felt like they had really, maybe I followed too much Orioles Twitter. They were ready to jump out of a building in that with that Angel comeback. Here's Baltimore. Thank you, Butterscotch. Take care. I think we all want the Orioles to do something here. It feels so good with them. So, all right. For me, I'll take the Orioles. Okay.